Hi. The reality is that lots of organisations are having to look very, very carefully at costs at the moment. And unfortunately, redundancy planning and headcount reduction exercises form a significant element of that. I wanted to take a couple of moments to talk to you about how to go through the process of preparing for redundancy scenarios and the work that you would want to do before you engage in any conversations to give yourself the best chance of a smooth process, both for you as the employer and also for the employees that may be affected by this as well. So, what is redundancy? Redundancy is dismissal or termination of an employment contract due to the cessation of work requirements. The first step for any organisation to do, regardless of size, is to establish your business case behind this. It may be that this is purely financial, and if so, it would be very prudent to go through the other options that may be available to you before the last resort, really, which is redundancy and terminating employment contracts. So, some of those alternatives could look like, of course, layoffs. You may well already be furloughing staff or be utilising the flexible furlough scheme, or you may have a different layoff clause within your employment contracts. And that's probably the first place that you would look in terms of routes to take. You may want to talk to your employees about changes to their terms or changes to their hours, perhaps reverting to some part-time working as part of that. You may wish to implement pay freezes. Plenty of organisations have implemented salary reductions, certainly at certain levels within organisations, as a way of controlling costs. You could also look at potential sabbaticals. There may be employees within your organisation that actually would welcome some time off, but to retain their employment terms with you. So it may be that you look at those kinds of things as alternatives as well, because it may be that the people that possibly are at risk of redundancy at the moment may be people that over a longer period, as your business recovers, actually you will have been grateful to have retained within your business, and hopefully that's true for everybody. And also, if you operate a system where overtime is paid, then that's one of the things that you would probably look at stopping first off if your business allows it as well. So think about those things for a business case where it's a cost. It may be that you are restructuring your organization. You may have different ways of working resulting from the demands from your clients. It may be that you need to resource your organization differently. People need to do different jobs. If you are doing that, think about the jobs that are potentially at risk and who else will be doing parts of those. Will they be able to absorb that in their current workload? Or is it a possibility that the employee that's doing that job could work on reduced hours, part-time, or on some kind of job share with somebody else, whereby they take on additional responsibilities that do fit in with your new structure and your new requirements for work output and capability within your organisation? Redundancy should be the very last resort. And it goes without saying that putting in the groundwork before, really understanding what your business case is, not only helps you plan the process well, but makes for a much smoother conversation. It makes for a less personal experience for the employees who may be placed at risk of redundancy. And it also, of course, protects you as an employer longer term against perhaps any appeals or anything kind of going awry in the process later on. I think we'll leave it there for now. So have a think about the planning process. And in the next recording that I do for you, we'll have a look at how we go about identifying that pool. It's called a pool of people that you may be placing at risk within your organisation. That may be very few people, or it may be lots of people. We'll also have a look at what the consultation period means and what it consists of and how to do that well. And we'll look at something called the selection criteria. So how you go about applying deciding factors to looking at the people that are at risk and the people that will ultimately be made redundant or not. So I hope that has been helpful for now. This may be the first time that you've ever had to consider getting outside support where your people are concerned, and that's absolutely fine. Or it may be that your own HR team need a little bit backup at the moment. If that's the case, please do feel free to get in touch with me at Ingenium with the link that is contained within this post. Good luck, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.